Hello, hello. I have just arrived at Aldi. It has been a month or so, maybe longer, since I've been here. So I thought we'd do a little Aldi haul, maybe give you an idea of some of the meals I'm making, and everybody loves a good price comparison. So I think I'm gonna do some price comparisons here to a year ago this time and just see. We have sort of an interesting situation with this haul. My husband and I are getting ready to leave for a few days on a work trip, so I'm picking up some items for dinners while we're gone that will be really easy for my parents, the kids' grandparents to make, or for the kids to help make at home as well. So I'll tell you what the meal plan is for that. I also printed out a grocery list from an Aldi haul almost 2 years ago, and I'm walking around getting some prices today to find out how much it would cost to make that same video today, almost 2 years later, and I'm going to share that with you. It is December of 2024 when I am filming this video, and in February of 2023 I made a video where I shopped at Aldi with a $100 budget and tried to come up with a week's worth of meals for my family of 5 at the time. And I had somebody leave a comment on that video recently saying, I wonder what this would cost today. It made me think, because I do go back to old videos, especially budget videos, and try to figure out what they would cost and sometimes make some suggestions of things I would do differently. For that video, I actually put out a little mini ebook to accompany it with the grocery list and the recipes and the meal plans. So I printed out my grocery list from that video and took it with me to Aldi today so that I could get all of the prices of the items that I purchased back then. And I was actually kind of surprised. Most of the items were still available. There was only one item that I couldn't get today, and that was nectarines. So I just subbed 3 pounds of green apples today for the 3 pounds of nectarines that I bought then. And I was actually kind of surprised when I added up the costs of everything today. Back then, almost 2 years ago, it cost me around $106. I think it was $105.69. Today, my total came out to $114.52. So around 115 bucks, about $9 more today in December of 2024 than it cost me in February of 2023 for the same or similar items. So let me figure out the percentage here. So it's costing me right around 8% more, like not even really a 10% increase, although an 8% increase across 2 years is still a little bit staggering. Still, I was kind of surprised. I thought it would be a lot more than that. That meal plan might not work for me today because my kids are older and I was probably gearing it around younger kids. But if you are interested in checking out that video, I'll leave it linked in the description box below. And I'll also try to track down that ebook and leave it too, just in case you wanted to see if you want to try to work the same meal plan. That is not my plan with today's haul. I picked up different items and have some different meals in mind, and I will be sharing that with you right after we thank today's sponsor, Gab. Gab is the leader in safe phones and watches for kids, teens, and tweens. We have been pretty strict over the years when it comes to technology, screen time, and particularly phones. Not only do we want to keep our kids safe, we also want to protect their mental and emotional health, and we want them to just enjoy being kids. That's why we decided to wait until our oldest was 15 to give her a phone, and even now we have a lot of rules attached to it. She's not allowed to take it upstairs. It has to stay downstairs while she's in the house. She doesn't have social media, and also when she goes to bed at night, it gets tucked away into the charging drawer downstairs. In that same charging drawer downstairs is a Gab phone that my husband and I keep for our household, but mainly for our 2 younger children who are 11 and 12 to use on a need-by-need basis. From our Gab phone, the kids have unlimited talk and text, so they can call us or message us when they need us, or a number of close family friends and neighbors that we have put in their contact list. So it's great on a week like this when my husband and I are going to be gone and there are going to be grandparents here caring for them. Maybe the kids want to text us and tell us how their day went, or maybe they need to ask us a question about where something is, or even report to us how they did on that test. It's nice to be able to stay in touch with them. Gab's phones and watches are built with smart filtration that proactively blocks harmful content before it ever reaches your kid. Plus, there is a companion app for our phones, our parent phones, that we can download that will help us stay informed and in control. So we use our Gab phone predominantly for communication, talk, and text. But there are a variety of safe devices with Gab that allow you to kind of build up over time the different amenities that you offer to your kids as you teach them the responsibility of smart technology use. like the Gab Phone 4 Pro, which Gab built with teens in mind, with an ever-growing list of third-party parent-enabled apps that you can add to your kid's phone as they get older and are ready for those responsibilities. Right now, Gab is offering huge discounts to new customers, and the best part, there are no contracts required. Just go to gab.com/cmindymom to get started. That's gab.com/cmindymom. Gab, GABB.com/cmindymom. Terms and conditions apply, and thank you again to Gab for sponsoring today's video. If you shop at Aldi, you know that their deal is store brands. About 85% of what's in their store is their house brand, and that's how they're able to keep prices really low. Now, I don't mind generic brands. That's predominantly what I purchase, but there were a few items I don't care for, and one of them is tortilla chips. I've mentioned that several times before. I don't really care for the Aldi tortilla chips. But several of you mentioned trying this particular kind, the dippers, which are sort of like the scoops, and you're right. These are better, in my opinion, than the other Aldi brand tortilla chips, so I picked up a few bags of those. They're not as good a price, ounce for ounce, as the other kinds of tortilla chips, but if they're better, then we'll actually eat them, and it's worth paying the extra money. Also, some corn chips, because I have one daughter who's a little bit obsessed right now. Sandwich bread, turkey pepperonis. I was completely out of olive oil, so I made sure that I picked up one jar of that today. My produce items were a mixture of things we like, things we need, things that are in season, and things that were on sale. I'm typically spending anywhere from 20 to 30% of my grocery haul money on produce, whether it be fresh or canned or frozen. And that was the case today. I picked up a variety of things that I wanted for recipes or that I wanted to restock or that we eat, and you can see them all right here. One thing I do want to point out from the fruits and vegetables that I purchased, in my opinion, the Aldi frozen rice cauliflower is superior to the Walmart kind. Both the seasoned one, this is like a garlic and herb, but they have a plain one as well that I purchased. I don't know why. I feel like the texture and taste of it is just a little bit better than the Walmart brand that I buy from time to time. Our favorite cereal, well, I mean, it's not our favorite. Our favorite is like the sugar cereals that are more like desserts, but one that I actually let everybody eat for breakfast is this one. The turtle crackers, another store brand item. This is a dupe of the goldfish cracker, but another store brand item from Aldi that I think is a little bit superior to the store brand at Walmart. A couple of seasonings I was out of: garlic powder, chili powder, Italian seasoning. And that's another thing, probably anywhere between 5 and 10% of my big grocery hauls I'm gonna spend on items that I need to restock for my spice cabinet, condiments that I use frequently, just those kind of basic kitchen staples. Once you have your kitchen stocked, you only need to pick up things as you run out of them, so it's really easy just to set aside a few dollars in each grocery haul for me to restock the things like the olive oil and the seasonings that I picked up today. This is a new one for me that I'm gonna try. It is an oats and honey crunchy granola. It's protein enriched, and when I compare it to the one I normally buy, it has 10 grams of protein for half a cup, where the other one has 6 grams of protein for 2/3 a cup. Now, I am not usually buying granola as a protein-rich food. I mean, I'm usually eating it with Greek yogurt, which is protein-rich, so I'm not super worried about it, but I was just curious to see how it tasted compared to the other one. Moving right along to some of the cold stuff, I've got some rotisserie pulled chicken. This is cheaper at Aldi per pound than it is at Walmart, and it's just a really great convenient item. Again, remember I said my husband and I are going to be gone on a little trip. The grandparents are going to be here watching the kids, and we're going to use this to make an easy dinner. Cheese slices, cheese block, shredded cheese, 20 ounces of the refrigerated cheese tortellini, and some turkey smoked sausage. I also picked up this Mexicali dip, a delicious dip made from jalapeno, tomato, onion, bell pepper, and spices, blended with sour cream, mayo, Monterey Jack cheese, and Nushirora cheese. This is not new. They've had this. It might be an item that they keep in stock regularly now too, instead of it being seasonal. So, and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with these 3 items that I just mentioned here in a minute. Some crispy chicken strips for the kids to throw in the air fryer, ground beef, and they had some incredible markdowns in the meat section while I was there. So these are not things that I need right now, right away, but I'm going to tuck them away in the freezer. I got a really nice looking salmon fillet and also 2 pounds of ground beef. So no immediate need for these, but the price was so good, I couldn't pass it up. Now, the Aldi Isle of Shame did have lots of different things out, especially since we're coming into the holidays. Lots of gift ideas, different things you can pick up for the Christmas season. And I got one thing. It was this 7-piece scented hand cream collection. And I thought this might make really good like little happies that you can put for those just very small gifts that you want to give to people. Or quite honestly, I don't know, I might open it up and keep some of them myself because these are really handy for purses, for keeping in the car. And my hands get so dry in the wintertime. My girls use these as well. I probably should have picked up more than one because they were really great price. And there's lots of different scents in here. So if you see these at your Aldi, let me know. Are you picking this up? Have you tried these? Which of the scents do you like the best? Now, I told myself I was not going to pick up a lot of like snacks and treats and stuff, especially since we are just coming off of the Thanksgiving week break. But then I saw these peppermint mini waffle cones in one of the specialty aisles. And y'all know I'm a sucker for peppermint. I mean, I tolerate pumpkin spice season just so we can get to peppermint season. And as you can see, the bag is now open because I ate 3 of them on the way home in the car, and they're really tasty. These are good. They're a little bit on the pricey side, in my opinion, for what they are and how many you get, but really good. And then I turned around in the same aisle and I saw these, the fudge covered peppermint creams. I mean, I assume these are their generic peppermint cookies, just fudge covered and then with a little bit of peppermint on top. But I mean, I had to get those, right? And speaking of the peppermint cookies, basically the peppermint Oreos, the Aldi brand Oreos, the Aldios, I turned around in the same aisle again and I saw they just had 1 box of these left, and I didn't want to take a chance that they wouldn't be there when I come back in a few weeks to do a big Aldi holiday haul. So I'm just going to tuck these away somewhere else for a few weeks and hopefully keep them hidden until I'm ready to pull them out. And then it just keeps getting worse and worse, right? I saw that they only had 2 boxes left of these little packages of vanilla grams. And I really wanted to get these to go along with hot chocolate for the kids over the break, just like a little fun treat for them to have. So again, I'll probably tuck those away also. And I couldn't pass up the specialty flavors of the sparkling ice. I got the apple cider and the cranberry frost to try. Have you guys seen these in other stores? I mean, this is not an Aldi brand. This is the actual name brand. Do they have these like at Walmart right now? Because I haven't seen them and these flavors look delicious. And then also 2 packs of gum because I live in a house with teens and tweens and this probably won't even last 2 days. I spent right around $150 on this haul, and that included some items that I don't even plan to use right away, some fun items that aren't even necessary. It included a restock of produce, you know, fruits and vegetables. It included some items for lunches and snacks for the kids, and also things that I needed to make at least 4 dinners. So let's talk about the meal plan. My husband and I are leaving on Sunday. And I'm gonna be here long enough to get something going in the slow cooker. We're not leaving until the afternoon when my parents come to help watch the kids. So I'm going to make a slow cooker keto-friendly taco soup. I've made this before. We aren't keto followers, but my dad is trying to watch his sugar and carb intake. So I thought this would be a good meal to leave going for them to have because the kids like it, because they can eat it. It's basically taco soup without the beans and the corn. But if you are not following that diet, it's really easy to add some of those items to your own bowl or to add a little rice, to add some chips or something like that for the people who don't need it to be keto friendly. And for the people who do, they can add like a little cauliflower rice and a little cheese or sour cream in theirs. I'll see if I can track that recipe down and leave it linked for you in the description box below. And I will have probably popped up a little B-roll of me making that before we leave town. My oldest daughter actually likes to cook. She just doesn't like to be on camera. She likes to prepare meals, and she actually takes great pride in preparing her lunches each day. So she was actually excited to hop in and help out a little bit in the kitchen, especially since she doesn't have a lot of activities next week. So on Monday night, she is going to make some chicken Caesar salads. I got the rotisserie chicken for that. We have the salad greens for that. I am going to have to run over to Walmart for a couple of items, including some Caesar salad dressing, but she'll be able to throw that together really easy. Or they have the crispy chicken tenders that they could throw in the air fryer if the kids wanted those instead of the rotisserie chicken. And then on Tuesday, Ruthie said that she wanted to make a hamburger helper, like a 1-pot, you know, a skillet hamburger meal. And so I've left a recipe for her, and I bought, you know, some ground beef and some cheese, and she's going to be able to put that meal together for the family as well. That's what she said she wanted to cook. So I got the ingredients for her to be able to make that and help out her grandparents. So this is sort of a combination business pleasure trip for my husband and myself. We will get to do some fun things and go out to some nice dinners, but we're also going to be working while we're there. And I am coming back Wednesday morning. I'm going to be driving back, but my husband is actually going to fly back Thursday because he has an extra day of meetings. So I realized as I was standing in the store that I'm going to be coming home home Wednesday, just in time to get kids from school, to get them to activities, and then to head out to a rehearsal at the church for a service that I'm helping lead the following Sunday. So all that's to say, I was standing in the store thinking, I'm gonna need to have something I can throw together really quickly for dinner on Wednesday. Very fast, very easy. So that is why I picked up the smoked sausage and the tortellini and the dip, because I have used dip as a sauce many times as a shortcut for a pasta sauce. Those tortellinis cook very quickly, just a few minutes once the water comes to a boil. And then I can just heat up the smoked sausages in a skillet, probably scrounge around for some kind of vegetables that I can either throw in the microwave or throw in the pot with the pasta, I don't know. And I will have a meal that comes together in like 15 minutes or so. And it'll keep me from having to like go through the drive-through. I probably won't be in the mood for that anyway, having been out of town and probably eaten out a lot in the last few days. And normally I would get like an Asiago or some kind of cheese style dip for the pasta sauce. My Aldi didn't have a lot of selection today, so I went for the Mexicali one. I almost got just the sour cream and chive cream cheese, you know, like the chive and herb cream cheese, flavored cream cheese. I've used that before. I thought with the smoked sausage that this particular one would go well, so we'll get that together really quickly on Wednesday. What are you guys buying at Aldi right now? Because I am probably gonna do at least one more Aldi haul. I'm gonna make another trip to Aldi probably before Christmas for some fun Christmas things and things that I wanna do for Christmas meals. So let me know, what did I miss today? Or what have you tried that you really like that you think I need to try? Leave me a comment and let me know. And thank you again to Gab for sponsoring this video. They're linked in the description box. And be sure to pick out one of these videos to watch next. And I'll see you there.